Mr. Speaker, the Russian Defence Minister has announced that starting tomorrow there will be a daily humanitarian pause from 9 o'clock in the morning until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But does the Foreign Secretary agree with me that limiting the bombing to 19 hours a day as opposed to 24 is going to be of scant comfort to the residents of hell on earth, as the Secretary-General of the United Nations has described Eastern Ghouta? What further action is the Foreign Secretary prepared to take, above that which he has already described to the House, to ensure that Russia abides by the terms of the resolution it supported, a humanitarian pause for 30 consecutive days, and ensure that humanitarian aid gets in? Because isn't the reason we're having this discussion today because in the past the words of the West have failed to have any impact whatsoever?
Absolutely right.
The right honourable gentleman is absolutely right, and I seem to remember him making a passionate speech on that very subject. And it is a great shame that at a critical moment this House did not give this country the authorisation to respond to the use of chemical weapons that we might otherwise have done. And I think from that decision all sorts of consequences have flowed, and it has put Russia in the position in which that country now finds itself. It is quite wrong. It is absurd. As the honourable gentleman is quite right. It is absurd for the Russians to say they are going to be desisting from bombing for a certain number of hours per day. There needs to be a complete ceasefire. There needs to be an end to the carnage in Eastern Ghouta, and Russia needs to be held to account, and the Russians who are responsible for this will eventually be held to account, because we will make sure that there is, in the end, some judicial process that allows us to hold those people who are responsible for war crimes to be held responsible.